Well, hey everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for tuning in again today. As you can see, I made it back safe and sound to Alabama on Monday. Now I'm just kind of taking a few days, the rest of this week, kind of just to unpack, clean, settle back in, and get organized. I'm organizing some new a new work area this week, new desk space, and I'm also setting up different little studio areas around the house. So that'll be exciting. That'll be exciting. I'm going to get my studio lighting out and play with that a little bit. But anyhow, today I want to talk about my raw food diet seasonal change. It's time for a transition / shift. Guys, I do videos every day and about to get into some really good stuff here soon. So if you haven't already done it, go down there and hit that subscribe button now. If you have already done it, go click on the little bell, check send notifications. Make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you're staying subscribed, man. I'm bleeding subs like I keep saying. Yeah, the summer I'm back out here and I'm sipping on some watermelon juice just because I had to. Found some watermelons yesterday. They're not seeded, but sure is mighty sweet, and I was missing that watermelon juice. And this is a good visual aid. It'll kind of lead into part of what I'm going to talk about today. Definitely time for a shift over. Now, even though, okay, it'll be what Saturday is September the 1st. Just because it's September the 1st is nowhere near fall for us, but it will be soon, and that's why I say transition / shift, because I'm going to make some changes over the next few months, but it's not going to just go from this to this. There'll be a roll through what we call the fall here, which is not very much of a fall. The summer's been great. The summer's been great. I've learned some things. I learned some things definitely last week at Woodstock. I just got real light this summer. In fact, I got skinny as you know what, a little bit too much, because I just got blissed out on that juicier fruit. And I've got, you know, as soon as I started, I don't remember when it was. I guess it was back around late April, May, when I kind of started transitioning over into where I am now. And I didn't cut back on my food purposely or whatever, but I just started eating a little bit differently. I was getting in these much higher water content fruits, and you know, I started to really lean out. Over the course of the summer, I was like, okay, I'd kind of slow that down for a while, but I just got so into this juicy feeling, this hydrated, light, watery feeling, that I should have been probably getting a few more calories in each day most of the time, but that's okay. That's okay. Felt good, learned a few things, going to move on. What I learned is I just get a little too blissed out on those mono meals and that juicy stuff. I realized that at Woodstock last week, because I was already, you know, about as lean as I need to be heading up there. And I dropped a little bit more weight when I haven't been fooling with the scale. I just kind of been going by sight, but I probably dropped a little bit. I can tell I dropped a little bit more while I was up there, because mono meals. I was getting up, I was having juice in the morning, and then I was eating just mono meals of papaya, and then I'd get talking. And what happened at Woodstock, where I kind of fell through the crack that I planned on doing something that I didn't get around to doing, is they have a smoothie station there. So I said, okay, this year I'll bang out that big smoothie around mid-morning. Well, I did it the first day. I had a nice banana and celery smoothie, but as the week rolled on, I was just there, you know, I spent so much time talking to people, you know, I almost talked myself hoarse just having conversations. So I would get caught up in a conversation, wouldn't get that smoothie, or I would go listen to a talk, wouldn't get that smoothie, because like I say, I was there more for the people. So after a few days, I was like really noticing in the mirror. I'm like, okay, dude, you need to eat. So I was, you know, eating the big salads at night, not even afraid to eat an avocado and dressing with the salad at night. And, you know, I kind of slowed it down a little bit, but still, most of the day was nothing but just mono meals. Lots of mono meals, and even the meals that weren't were very, very simple. And if you remember, I ate a lot of mono meals during this past summer. Well, those 2 travel days, I ate very little. So when I got back here, I saw myself in the mirror and I looked like just a skeleton. So I said, okay, it's time to start making that shift. One thing I will say that I took away from this, though, I work, you know, I was in the gym all last year. I put on some weight over the winter, put on some strength over the winter. Well, as I leaned out, I lost very, very little compared to the leaning out part. I lost very little of that, of the strength that I'd picked up. Now, when I say the strength, I'm no power lifter, you know. I just like to stay nice, tight, and toned, you know. And you know, try to always be progressing a little bit, but didn't lose that. So as we're getting into, you know, we're starting to come up into fall here pretty soon. Excuse me, gotta have a sip of this deliciousness. I'll start transitioning back to a little heavier. I'll start, you know, and I'll see some of that healthy weight come back on. I'm not going to do radical, you know. I'm not going to go eat like a horse. There'll just slowly be a shift. Now, one thing that will happen, I'm going to probably have this watermelon juice as long as I can find it. But that was the thing, too, that, you know, the watermelon juice and so much of it extended into the morning. And I just like that. It's just, I like it. But I'll have to start getting in some real calories earlier. I probably won't have as many just single mango meals. I'll probably, when I'm having my mangoes, I'll probably have them with bananas. I'll be sure that I'm getting in at least my 1 full big green smoothie a day. I'm probably going to go to having 2 green smoothies a lot of days, because I won't be, as the weather starts to change, and also just, you know, just seasonal change and my body change in general, I won't be eating ice cream every night. Now, I will still do that from time to time, and I will eat ice cream on a regular basis, but it just won't be, that's not going to be my dinner. I realized last week I really had missed the salads, you know, eating those salads every night. I'm going to get back to salads. Probably the early part of the fall, the next couple of months will be salads, you know, and using fairly light to low-fat dressings. I'll use fat from time to time. But as we get on and on and on, you know, a little bit deeper into the fall and then on deeper into the winter, and even probably soon, I'll start adding some of those heartier stews in there that I do. I've got a stew, I'll drag out the recipe and link to it at some point, or point you to it again, that I did last winter that has, oh God, it's thick, nice and thick. It's got like a base of marinated mushrooms, corn, red pepper, and tomatoes, and then a sauce over that and some other stuff, and that will stick to your ribs. And then a lot of times I will garnish that, put a little bit of avocado on the top. So I will, you know, get back into the, I'll add a few more calories in throughout the day. I'll get back more into eating heartier fare at dinner. But yeah, basically that's just it. There's always small adjustments in how I'm doing. There's never like this radical shift from here to there, and it won't go this, you know, it won't go from this to this overnight. Today, I don't have that much around today. In fact, I'm gonna probably cook and bang out some sweet potatoes, because I'm waiting for bananas to ripen. I really would have preferred to stick just, you know, just go super hard on the bananas right back from Woodstock, but I just came home to frozen bananas, and unfortunately I wasn't able to get ripe bananas yesterday. So I'm ripening a whole bunch of bananas, going to buy more today, and then I will be on the bananas soon. So yeah, it's not like I say, it's not huge shifts in my lifestyle. I'm going to keep drinking the watermelon juice while I can get it. I'll start doing a lot more green smoothies. My green smoothies, I'm going to focus also too. Here's something else that I'm going to focus on that I haven't focused on in a while, are my omega-3s. I'm going to start having regular chia seeds in my green smoothies. And, you know, just in general, I might start just filling in on some of the things that I don't eat all that much. I'll fill in some holes, and I'll eat that way for a while. That's why I always say, you know, is like you can never take one period of time how I'm eating and go, well, that's incomplete, or this is how all you eat. It changes. It always morphs throughout the years. And you know, I mentioned this in a video not too long ago when I was talking about when I kind of went from the winter, spring into the summer. This is all new to, this is still all relatively new to me, this season things. And because, you know, in Costa Rica, I just ate the same. You know, I pretty much ate the same. It didn't change depending on the year. Because to be honest, except for a little rain, the weather didn't change down there all that much from season to season. And the fruits didn't all change that much either because of the different microclimates. We always had, I mean, yeah, there were mango seasons. But if it wasn't mango season here, it could be mango season in another part of the country. So, and we were getting them. So it was a little bit more consistent down there. I just kind of decided, how does my body feel at the time? Now I go by how my body feels at the time, plus by how it feels kind of in accordance with the season and what's going on around me. So yeah, I'll get back. I'm going to do exactly what I did last winter, fall, winter. Now that Woodstock's over, I'm going to get back in the gym. I might go a little bit heavier with the weights, just marginally heavier with the weights. There's just always, I can't even really explain my workouts other than how I like to feel as I progress getting older. You know, I'm moving on into 55 here, my next birthday. And I kind of just like that. Now, when I say getting a little heavier, not a lot, just, you know, that's the time to build. That's the time to build in the winter time. I'll probably go up in weight a little bit, get a little bit extra meat on my bones. And then probably what I'll do next year is I will go light. I will lighten up. I'll go light and juicy. But I will keep that extra little bit of bananas or smoothie or whatever in there. And I probably won't get as lean, get as skinny next year as I did this year. So anyhow, it's all a game. It's all kind of just really a game with me. I'm just always trying to, you know, move the, I don't want to say up the bar, but always just kind of up how I'm feeling, kind of move that a little bit. Like if I'm feeling good, let's play, let's throw this in, let's try this, let's try that. Because as I told people that I met at Woodstock this year, the best I can tell you, how you doing, Jack? I'm doing better than I was last year. And as long as each year I can say that, I feel it's a successful year, no matter, you know, the lessons I've learned or how my body actually feels. You know, if you'd have told me, it's strange. So now I have no expectations. If you'd have told me 3 years ago I was going to feel so much better 3 years later, I would have been like, how? How? Because I felt so good then. And I thought, oh, wow, I'm on the pinnacle. Now I can't feel too much better than this, but now I do. And as long as what I do keeps making me feel better, having more energy, being more vibrant, and holds off Father Time a little bit more, I'm going to keep rolling like I roll. And like I say, that's all I do on this channel. I don't tell you this is the way, this is the right way, this is how you should be doing it. This is just one old man doing his thing, and you can watch it and decide if you want the same results or not. Anyhow, hope you're all having a beautiful day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.